The barbarism and criminality of Vladimir Putin is plain to see, and he should be investigated and prosecuted for his undoubted war crimes and crimes against humanity. Of course, there is an incredible irony at work when Joe Biden suggests that that's also a good idea when he represents a country that refuses to accept the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court, possibly because they might then have to issue arrest warrants for US political and military figures for the same crimes against humanity and war crimes that were committed by the United States in Iraq, one of which, at least, which should be a war crime, was the use of depleted uranium weapons, which poisoned the water and the land and led to widespread increases in cancer and genetic abnormalities among young Iraqi people. And now the British government intend to sell those same depleted uranium weapons to the Ukrainians to use in the Russian-Ukrainian war. But not a word of criticism. But the credibility of Western condemnation of the undoubted war crimes of Putin in Ukraine is simply non-existent when they don't immediately call for the arrest of the Finance Minister of Israel, Bezalel Smotrich, or for its National Security Minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, and for that matter, Benjamin Netanyahu. They're the leaders of the Israeli government, and they should be arrested for war crimes, for what Amnesty and Human Rights Watch have rightly said, the crimes of apartheid, the crimes of illegal occupation, the crime yesterday of passing new laws to re-legalise illegal settlements, the fact that the government have committed to more illegal settlements of Palestinian territory, the illegal transfer of people under occupation, the collective punishment of the people of Gaza. But no sanctions, no arrest warrants, no calls for investigation by the ICC of the Israeli government. None at all. In fact, we continue to support the Israeli government. The European Union continues to give them favoured trade status. Major powers in NATO, the US, the UK, France, continue to arm the Israeli regime to continue their crimes against the Palestinian people. So if you for one moment maybe thought that the Irish government or the European Union or the US government's condemnation of war crimes and crimes against humanity of Putin had any credibility, you would immediately realise it is hypocrisy and double standards at the nth degree, because they will not apply the same condemnation, the same criticism, the same calls for sanction when it comes to the daily ongoing crimes against humanity, war crimes, apartheid, brutality that is being visited by the Israeli state, which is now actually waging a genocidal conflict, calling for essentially the removal of the Palestinian people, but nothing done.